Ever heard the word, show me your friend and I'll show you your future? Your choices of friend can significantly impact your life direction. Just as you carefully select the ingredients in a recipe, choosing the right friend is essential for a happy and healthy life. In fact, studies have shown that having great friends can lengthen your lifespan by reducing the risk of physical and health concerns like depression and blood pressure. So in this video, I am going to tell you types of friends to avoid, how to fish them out, what to do when you know you have them, and how to mend your relationship or break up. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Zainab and I speak about personal development from an Islamic perspective so that you can become better mentally, morally, and spiritually. Now you know what I want to talk about already, so let's just dive into the types of friends that are better off your guest list. The first one is the toxic friend. These individuals constantly bring negativity to you, they drain you emotionally, they cause stress to you by their words or their actions. They tend to criticize you that you don't even know what happens, but whenever you're with them, you just have this negative feeling, negative energy, you feel emotionally drained. You feel stressed, you have anxiety, you're just not yourself, like you feel sick whenever you're with this kind of friends. They are toxic and they are the first person you need to avoid if you have them. The second on my list is manipulative friends. These friends love to control. They love to be in charge. They love to be the one to say, okay, do this, say this. Let me be the one to tell you how you act. Let me be the one to tell you what you do, who you walk with, who you speak with. They might even influence you for their own gain. They can use words of flattery to manipulate you. Like they can flatter you. Oh my God, you're like this and this. Can you just do this? They can flatter you. They can use guilt to trap you. Or they can even use deceit to get what they want from you. Because they are manipulative. Fairweather friends. Whenever everything is good, you see them with you, you see them around you, you see them everywhere. Like they are with you all the time. But whenever you're not in a good situation, they are nowhere to be found. If you want to know you have a good friend, you have a great relationship with someone, it is whenever you're tested with difficulty, whether they are there for you or not. This is not about asking for money or asking for other things, but when they are there for you in that kind of time, tells a lot about your situation, about your relationship rather. These people tend to be only around you during the good times. And whenever something turns a little bit, they're nowhere to be found. You need to avoid those kind of people because they are vampires. They only suck off your good times. You know, as vampires suck blood, they suck you only when you're in your good times and they run away when it's the other way around. The next one I want to tell you about is the envious friend. These people are always jealous of you and they show it. They let you know that they are jealous of you. They are jealous of your success, of your achievements. Even most times, whenever you are in a difficult situation, they are still jealous. They might drop some comment that you're in a difficult situation. How come you're still looking beautiful? You're in a difficult situation. This is happening in your life. How come you're still glowing? How come you're still fat? You're not thin already and you have not vanished into the air. These people just show you that they envy you, and the envy, it's not a good one. It is pure jealousness. And sometimes they might use their words to belittle your achievements or to undermine your success. Like, what do you have? This person has the same thing, so it's not a big deal. Why are you so happy about it? Is it not just 1,000 subscribers? Or is it not just this you got? And you're so happy about it. A lot of people have that. A lot of people have done that. Why are you so happy about it? They talk down on you, they belittle your achievements, or they undermine your success. The next one is drama-prone friends. This one are always good to gossip, to fight, to argue, just to have banter with you. Like they are always ready to snap at the very least thing you do. And they keep grudges. So for instance, you said something and you don't even feel like this thing should get them angry. And they're like, they escalate it and like, oh, they just tie everything to things that are not even related. Or they just hold this word to their hands, the other hand, and keep it, okay, I am going to keep it. I am going to start keeping grudges. I am going to start keeping malice with her. I am going to hate her. I am going to do this and do that. Instead of speaking to you about it, instead of you resolving this matter in a mature way, you just tend to have a lot of drama. Like if you feel you have this friendship that it's always fight today, argue tomorrow, just talk today, you're in a bad situation today, this and that happened next week, you're not really cool with each other, that is emotionally draining. You need to avoid this kind of a person for your health and well-being. The next one is unreliable friends. These people say what they do not mean. Like they just want to talk. I will do this. Okay, I will come. Let's do this together. And when it's time, they're nowhere to be found because they just talked. They just said it without even keeping their promise. And you know that this person, whatever comes out of their mouth, it's a lie. Or the promise they made, they're never going to do it. So it's either you don't have a serious relationship with that kind of a person because they're going to disappoint you on a serious situation. The next one on my list is the self-absorbed friend. This person thinks the whole world revolves around them and them alone. I feel like with these people, it's better to even be at home sleeping or watching TV or just doing other things than being with them. Because whenever you are with them, you're alone, you are sad, you're just in, okay, what's happening here? Because they only talk about themselves. Like they just need someone to talk to about themselves. They talk about their achievements all the time. They talk about their success. They talk about how they are happy. They talk about their home. They talk about every single thing that is happening in their life. Like whenever you meet, whenever you're seeing, whenever you're chatting, or whenever you're with this friend, all they do is talk about themselves. If she talks about herself like this all the time, like it's only her, and you're there, you're just like, oh, wow. Oh, really? See, you are stressed already. Like your energy is already down. You're stressed. You don't need this kind of friend in your life because it's no use. She just needs someone. She just wants to use you. She needs someone to tell how great she is. She needs someone to tell how she has achieved a lot, how much she has in possession, how her success is this and that, how she is beautiful, how what is happening in her home is so nice, and you're just there, just like a decoration, while she's giving all this sermon to you, and you're like, okay, wow, really? Oh, I love that for you. Oh, avoid this kind of people because they are emotionally draining, and you don't need that kind of a person in your life if you need your emotional health intact. The next one on my list is bad influence. You know when a friend has bad influence on you. Before this person came into your life, you know how your life was. You know what is happening. You know you don't use curse words. You don't swear. You don't have this particular attitude that comes from that friend. I'm not saying you're a dummy, right? That, okay, whatever they are doing, you should copy. But you are average of the 5 people you spend your time with. You spend your time with this friend online, you're always talking, just 5 people, you're average of them because you pick from this, and without even knowing. It is psychological. Without even knowing, you pick from the 5 people you spend your time with. So whenever you spend more time with this person that is a bad influence on you, you start to embody those kind of traits. You start to, you unknowingly, you just start to have this attitude. I was watching a podcast the other day and this person was like, how I grew up, it was how the person grew up was so sad. And she was like, when she started having kids, one day a kid did something and she was like, she screamed, don't do this. And immediately she saw somebody in herself, like one of the trauma she had in childhood experience, right? Then she saw that person in herself with the attitude she did immediately. Just because the most time in her life, that is the person she spent it with. And she was like, I do not want to be like this person. Then she went to therapy immediately. So what I'm saying is that the people you surround yourself with, especially the 5 people you surround yourself with, you are the average of them, with knowingly or unknowingly. So if this person is a bad influence on you and you can confirm it, Avoid them. The next one is the overly competitive one. This type of people, they view life as a competition. Whenever you are on your way towards success, they're like, I really need to do this thing also. I need to surpass this person. I need to let them know I'm the boss. Even in a friendship, you want to get something and probably you're saving towards it, or you have it at the back of your mind. Before you know it, they bought it and they're like, oh my God, I have it already. They just want you to know, even if it is towards success, towards possession, they really want to make it a competition. They really want to be the boss. They really want you to know that I am superior to you. Everything is just like a competition in their life. They compare themselves to you. They may try to diminish your own achievements just to make themselves feel good that, okay, what I have, it's quite much than what she has. They would diminish your own achievements, like, oh, you have this, oh, congratulations, but I have this more than that. I have more than this. I have this and that. They are overly competitive. And this kind of friends will drain you mentally. So you don't need this kind of person in your life. So now that you know the kind of friends to avoid, how to know for sure this person is not for you. First of all, ask yourself, be sincere, be honest with yourself. Is this person really this way towards me? The way I'm feeling, is it true? Is this person's attitude really like this? Then answer the question. The second question I want you to ask yourself is, do you feel energized after meeting this person or after having conversation with this person? Do you feel energized or you feel low in energy? Like when you're going into somewhere with high energy, you are happy, and coming back, you're like low, you are sad, you are depressed. Do you feel that way whenever you are with this person? I need you to answer that question. The third question I want you to ask yourself is, do you see this friendship still moving on in 5 years' time? In the future, do you see this person in your life? Would you love to have this person in your life in 5 years' time? Just answer that question. If this person is not, or you do not want this person to be part of your life in 5 years' time, you know that this friendship is not for you. Now that you've known, what can you do? We have two options. It's either you mend it or you break it. Okay? Now, if you want to mend it, like you really want to mend it, the first thing to do is to confront them. And when I say confront them, I do not mean you should go and fight. You did this to me, you said this to me, this and that. No, you have to be mature about it. Whenever you want to confront them, start from talk good about, no matter what, no matter how bad the friendship is, there will have been some times where, it's all happy, or all nice, you and your friend. Just start with that. Start with that and tell them, okay, this time in our life, it was so good. I enjoyed it. I did this and that. If they have helped you, if they have been nice to you, they have helped you, just try your best to make them feel good first, so that they would not have this, they will not feel that you're coming to attack them, or they will not feel you're coming to just point fingers like you, and you. Then when you confront them, when you say this about them, you can now talk about how you're feeling in this relationship, because some people might not know. Some friends do not even know they have that bad attitude, or they have that attitude that is somewhat of not good to you, that it's draining you emotionally, mentally, and that is so stressful to you. They might not know. And if these people need that friendship genuinely, they will be willing to change. They will be willing to do anything just to make it work between you and them. Okay, so just confront them. That is the first step to take. If you want to mend, even if you want to break, that is the first step to take. But if they're like defensive, I'm like, don't ever tell me I did that to you because you did this, you did that. At least even if you were also the same to them, they would keep calm and let you talk, and then they talk after that. You get. But if they're like defensive, not even ready to entertain you or to listen to you, you should know that it is time to break up with them. Guys, my baby won't agree. She won't agree. So the next thing to do is to set boundaries. You need to set boundaries with them. What is happening? Okay, maybe you entertain them a lot in your life. They have access to your home any day, anytime, that make them feel they can treat you this way. cut it off. You're like, okay, you see them 5 times in a week, turn it to 2 times in a week. Just set some boundaries. Or just tell them, my friend, this attitude, I don't love it. Can we stop saying this to each other? Can we stop doing this to each other? Just set boundaries in that way. One is here, say hi, Assalamu alaikum. So if you're hearing some cooing, please just focus on me, okay? Thank you. So another way is to stay away from this person. Either we like it or not, there are some people that don't like to confront. They don't like to look you in the eye and sit here and tell you this is what you did to me. They would rather just go away peacefully. So if you are that type of person, just know that it is okay to just stay away from this person. If that person needs to know why you're being that way to them, they will ask you the question. And when they ask, you will tell them that you're not feeling this relationship. It is draining you emotionally and mentally, this and that. You're just going to let them know. It's okay to just stay away, walk away from the relationship, break up with them. And the most important thing I want to tell you is that if you have this kind of friend in your life, accept how you feel. Sometimes we don't want to accept to our feelings. You have this thing in your mind telling you that this thing is not good for you, but you're like, okay, if this thing is saying red flag, I'm just going to paint my fingers red so that we can match. When your mind is already telling you that this thing is red flag, you should abort your mission. But no, you just say, okay, let me keep going, let me keep trying, let me give it some, time, this and that. Accept how you feel because you know what you're feeling. You know how you're feeling towards this person. Okay? You know how you're feeling. And one thing I want to tell you is that if you know that, someone is capturing here. One thing I want to say is that if you know that this friend, you're with this friend and you're not always yourself, like you are not 100% yourself with this person, just break it off because it will drain you emotionally and even physically. Imagine being with somebody and Allah. When she hears me talking, she keeps quiet. And when I keep talking to the camera, then she starts talking again. So whenever you can't be 100% yourself with this person, you're like 40% yourself. You know you're this loud person, you're this, funny person, you're the life of the party, like what they say. But you're with this person, you're like reserved. You're like, Assalamu alaikum. Not that you're meeting the first time. Like this person is your friend and you're still doing that. You're like reserved. Okay, just cut it off because this thing is draining you and will cause stress to you because you cannot be yourself 100%. I don't know why, but if you have a friend, okay. But if you have a friend that makes you feel that way, it's just best to let it go. Okay, so now I think that's all I want to say because my baby interrupted me. So till I see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fi amanillah.